I think that Africa's biggest downfall comes from believing in witchcraft. And this is such an unpopular opinion, but I don't believe in witchcraft. And the reason I don't is because I feel like it's one of the most limiting things that has ever been done to us. And it has made us afraid of reaching our fullest potential. It has made us afraid of reaching success simply because we believe there's somebody out there, a family member, a friend, a coworker, who is plotting against us and has literally summoned the heavens to hurt us and to deprive us of everything we have. And so when sicknesses occur and people die, we just say that was witchcraft. I think part of the reason we're not successful is not because somebody has bewitched us, but because we believe somebody bewitched us, making us people who don't take opportunities and people who sabotage our own success in the hopes that at least if we're broke, nobody can hurt us. The African church has literally, oh, it has hurt our people. It has hurt my family so much. You know, my dad was successful and he was the only person in his family, in our family, to reach that level of success. And everybody was like, oh my God, he did witchcraft to get there. Now, I don't know what rituals he does, but now that I look back, it is the reason why I was scared of making my own success because I was always scared that my family would consider me to be somebody who does witchcraft because how can that one man being the only person to achieve success in our family be called somebody who did witchcraft to get there? And so his children will naturally be considered to have done the same thing. I mean, when I think my brother bought something for himself because he had worked hard at work and he had saved and he bought that thing. And my family said he did witchcraft. And I was like, okay, this is getting absurd. Me and my dad don't get along, but my brother definitely has not done witchcraft to achieve his success. He just works really hard. And now my brother doesn't have a job and, you know, he's not in his best place because I think part of that is that like shame of if I make money, my family's gonna think I done witchcraft. And because he lives with them, it's not like he can go somewhere else and make money in peace. And having grown up around that same family for 31 years, he's just been deeply conditioned. And I think a lot of what's going to make him have a hard time becoming successful is that belief that if our dad was considered to be someone who did witchcraft for achieving the level of success that he did, to the point that they all relied on him, then they're gonna consider him to have done the same thing. If they already blamed him once, they're definitely gonna do it twice. Do you know what I mean? So Africa has been the place in the world where people feel like they have to sacrifice themselves, their lives, their children's lives, and not achieve anything just so that they can prove to other people that they are pure. And this is where your fear of what other people think about you has a huge effect on your actual life. You know, we're so busy trying to prove to everybody else how innocent we are and how not evil we are. Because think about it, to be blamed of witchcraft carries a lot of, what do you call it? Weight. It is to be a demon. And in African culture, to be a demon is to be somebody who's capable of killing. So somebody can die in your family because of their own illnesses, and you'll be the one who's blamed. Now, Western psychology, Western manifestation will teach you that your health is a result of your mind. What you believe about yourself and your health is quite literally how it manifests in your body. You believe that you're unsuccessful, that you'll never achieve anything, that you're doomed for a bad life, then well, it reflects into your body as well, and you start having sicknesses that reflect that mind. But African culture teaches you that somebody else is the cause of that, not you. It teaches you that there's some witch who's brewing you up there trying to create your downfall. And this is where I have an appreciation of being able to understand English and having learned in English and reading books and stuff like that, because my language, Siswati, is very limited. We don't have much of a large vocabulary, and we're such a small nation that having access to these things, having access to this information, had I grew up speaking Siswati, would have been even more of a downfall for me. I already understand how people in my family who mostly, like 90%, everybody speaks Siswati. I don't even know what I'm saying. Everybody in my family speaks Siswati or Zulu. And I think maybe like 5 or 6 of us speak English and speak English really well. And that says something. That says that it's a family that doesn't have access to information. And Swaziland also being a country where access to internet is limited, it means even if they had the potential to attempt to learn, it has been closed off because of how expensive the internet is. So I grew up being partly guilty for having a father who made money. I grew up feeling guilty for being a child who went to private school. I grew up feeling guilty for being a child who spoke English. I grew up feeling like I don't belong in my family. Well, not just because my dad actually did reject me. Yes, he gave me the material life and all, but him rejecting me also made me feel like I'm not a part of this family. But even more so was the fact that I spoke really well. I was also the only person in my family that got to travel to the extent that I did. I lived in Kenya for 2 years, went back to Swaziland, went to Ireland for 4 years. Well, no, went back to Kenya again for 3 years, went back to Swaziland, then went to Ireland for 4 years, and then went to Swaziland for 1 year. It was disastrous. So for me, I'm the one who really didn't speak our language. And it helped to travel because I got to see the world in a different way. I got to learn about these things like manifestation and stuff, and not be closed off in the bubble of what my family was taught, you know. Even the church they go to, the Shemben Nazareth Church, it, it's solely in Zulu. You know, the church operates in Zulu. So it is very limited, the information they can get about the life that you could potentially have. They look down on people who are successful because they believe that they are pure for being people who are humble. Humble in the sense that they have nothing. And it was better to have nothing and I don't even know how to explain this. Like, my family has been so conditioned to believe that humility is what's going to get them into the gates of heaven. And people who are rich definitely have done witchcraft and definitely are hurting somebody in the family to get what they want. So my dad is extremely not liked, not just because he's a dickhead, because he completely is a psycho, but him having money and him being the person that they were all dependent on made him somebody who was then seen as somebody who's working with the devil, not seeing the hard work that he put in to achieve. Because my dad is intelligent, I won't lie, he's very intelligent, and I do think he did some shitty stuff to get to the position that he got to, but I don't believe in witchcraft. I don't believe in witchcraft because I don't want to ever live my life believing that the reason I haven't achieved the things that I want to achieve is because somebody out there is plotting against me. It means I'll never go anywhere because apparently the higher I go, then I will never go anywhere. And it used to really disturb me because there'll be points in my life where I don't achieve what I want and I'm thinking, is it that somebody is bewitching me, or is it that I'm not working hard enough to achieve what I want to? Is it that I'm just depressed? And I would battle with this in my head, wondering what's the truth. Because I knew that believing that somebody bewitching me is going to make me stay on the ground longer because I don't want to be bewitched. But I also knew that I might just be extremely depressed, and I might be somebody who is scared of achieving success out of what other people will say about me. It was a double edged sword. It was impossible to overcome. And so eventually I did realize that I'm just not full of my shit enough. And the moment I decided to be full of my shit, the moment I decided that actually God wouldn't want me to suffer. I'm suffering because of my own thoughts. There's enough abundance for me. And the longer I wallow in my own shit, I'm going to suffer in life because I am intelligent. I've acquired a lot of knowledge from all of these countries that I've gone to. There's so many ways for me to become successful. I am highly skilled. I'm a videographer, I'm a photographer, I'm a writer, I'm a director. There's so many things that I am capable of doing. I can conceptualize things. I create ideas out of thin air. But I was scared of actualizing that, and I preferred to sleep and pretend I was dead because at least I didn't have to live and possibly face the possibility of somebody possibly bewitching me. Like, Africa, 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 Africa. We suffer because we think somebody out there is out to get us. White people suffer because they just know that they feel like life is just not worth living. Like, do you know what I mean? So when they're not successful, it's because they just don't believe in themselves and they don't believe in their potential. Not because they think Betty out there is preying on their downfall. Us. That's the first thing we think of. Oh my God, it was a bad business month. Yep, somebody's preying on your downfall. Go and pray for it. But what happens is when you go to church, even the church will tell you, especially in a deliverance church, they'll tell you, there's somebody, a prophet will tell you, there's somebody who's bewitching you right now. That's why you have tummy problems and you're not going to accomplish it. You just need to pray for it. That creates more anxiety. That anxiety is fear. That fear is now fear of your potential, of fear of creating success because you feel like somebody is the reason that you're sick. Again, white people believe that the reason you're sick, the people who believe in abundance and manifestation, they believe that you're sick because you believe that you're sick. As Africans, believe that we're sick because somebody has made us sick so that we can stop working because they don't want us to be successful. We're so consumed by what other people think of us that we never think about that it could be us who's causing this for ourselves, causing these mental hurdles because we fear of the possibility of somebody hurting us. So for us, it's double trouble. Again, the West knows they're not successful because either they're not working hard enough, or they're depressed, or like the conditions they were born into were bad. We're like, I'm not successful because somebody's bewitching me. So you're not successful because you believe you can't achieve success. One, but you believe you can't achieve success because somebody is going to block you from getting that success. Two, there's two issues that you have to deal with now. I say, fuck the whole witchcraft thing. Just believe in yourself and act in that belief and forget that somebody out there is trying to bewitch you, because even if that person didn't like you, there's nothing they can do. They don't have power over you. You're the only person in control of your reality. Please, my African people, listen to this. You're the only person in control of your reality. Not somebody on the other side of the moon, not your in-laws. They don't like you, but they definitely cannot determine your success. Only you can. So please, for the love of God, when you pray, pray to ask for the wisdom and the knowledge and the power to act in accordance to the things that you want. Not that somebody stop bewitching you. Because the moment you keep thinking about how many people are bewitching you, you're going to make yourself feel like you're small, and you're going to create a cage for yourself, a prison for yourself, so that you don't achieve what you want out of fear that that person is going to block you from making it happen. They won't. They can't. They're too worried about their own issues. Nobody hates you so much that they will neglect the issues they're facing with just to deal with you. That's the sad reality. We're all selfish. We don't care about you. So I don't care about your downfall. I'm trying to build my life up, but I'm not going to use you as a way to build. And even if you heard of a story, and you guys need to think about this. Do you know how unfair it is to be assuming people are bewitching you? Because you will never tell them to their face that, hey, you're bewitching me, stop. You have nothing to prove it. The only thing you have the power to do is change your mindset on why you can't achieve the things that you want and make sure that you achieve them. And stop worrying about who may possibly hurt you, because only you will hurt you by thinking those things. The very thought that somebody might hurt you is you hurting yourself. You're just evading responsibility. We as Africans love to evade responsibility about why things are not working out for us because we want to blame somebody else. Oh my God, it was colonialism. Oh my God, it was this. Yes, colonialism did have a huge factor into why we believe these things, especially in regards to witchcraft. But use the power of your mind to achieve the things that you want. If you're so big on prayer, then please go pray that you have the knowledge and the power and the capability to achieve what you want. And you say to God that I demand that this will happen, and it will happen, and I won't let my mind stop me from achieving that. And then go and achieve it. Stop being like, God, please, his Bambanyana is hurting me, and please take them away from their life. I rebuke and I send back that energy. No, just bring positive energy towards yourself. I walk with purpose and I walk with power and I walk with God alongside me. And if God is walking alongside you, then how can any evil overcome that? Because positivity is stronger than any evil that could ever occur. Goodness is more powerful than the evil that you're focusing on. So please, for the love of God, stop blaming other people for your hard life and start taking accountability. Start taking accountability for the fact that you're not working hard enough for yourself. Start taking accountability for the fact that you don't have faith in yourself. Start taking accountability for the fact that you don't have faith to begin with. You don't even believe in the God that you keep praying for. You keep praying against these people who are bewitching you, but do you even believe in this God to give you what you want? You don't, because if you did, you would know that everything that you want will happen and nobody could ever disturb it because God is working with you. Please also understand that success is not limited. Africa is abundant. The fact that they steal from us is proof of that. So if you want something, you can definitely get it. It's not just for white people out there abroad. They come here. They come to Africa to visit us because they know that we have the sun, we have all the raw minerals in this world. But I guess this is a conversation for another day. What I want you to understand is that you are abundant. And nobody can take it away from you. Nobody will take it away from you because you have the power to make sure that you have your success and that you can keep it. Whenever you get sick, it could be your negative thoughts about who could be potentially harming you. No one is bewitching you. Please and thank you. Goodbye.